Hey, thanks for stopping by the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're checking out the bell icon, and you're getting subscriptions. I want to tell you today I'm at Triple C Farms. Triple C Farms is owned by my son-in-law and my daughter and my granddaughter. She's the true brains behind the operation. They're on Facebook, so check them out. They work pretty hard to raise good quality products, beef, pork, poultry. So check them out, please. Take a look, see what you can do or what they can do for you. The content of this video today is about some pushback that I've been receiving, not directly to me, but through other people, about the fact that I decided to call my channel the Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. I guess there's some people out there concerned that I call it the Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, and yet I'm not an actual pastor. I could raise some arguments to that, and I think I will. One of my arguments is why does it matter? Can I be a Christian and want to inspire other Christians to study the history of the church and how it influenced the resistance of to tyranny during the Revolutionary War? How the church resisted King George because King George was trying to force the church to bend into his view? I mean, that's really what happened. I mean, look at the first people that came from England, the separatist Puritans. They fled persecution because they didn't want to be part of the Church of England. And those are the people that gave rise to the religious traditions that eventually sprang up and caused pastors to preach against tyranny in the United States. Well, in the colonies at the time. And where do you draw the line? If you're an Assemblies of God or a Free Methodist and you want to preach about the Black Robe Regiment and you want to preach as if you're part of the Black Robe Regiment, does that disqualify me because I'm a Reformed Calvinistic Baptist and we don't share the exact same doctrinal perspectives? Or can I discredit you because you're a Free Methodist or an American Lutheran or an Assemblies of God pastor, and I can say, look, we don't have all the same theological doctrinal ducks in a row, so you can't be part of the Black Robe Regiment? What if I said historically, I have far more in common with the Presbyterians and the Calvinistic Baptists of the day than you do, so therefore I'm more valid when it comes to being a member of the Black Robe Regiment? Or what about this? Is it because I haven't been to the approved seminary? Your approved seminary? Maybe I happen to be part of a congregation that doesn't require seminary for people to be elders or pastors. That's not the case. I happen to be a Reformed Baptist going to a Presbyterian church for now. So am I disqualified for that? Or what if I put out there, oh, I see that you claim to be a female pastor, and my doctrinal position says that women can't be pastors, so therefore you can't be part of the Black Robe Regiment. Look, that's not what this is about. You want to have an argument about doctrine and theology? Let's get together over a cup of coffee or a beer or a mixed drink, whatever the case might be. Let's do that. Let's get together and have that conversation and have a wonderfully friendly debate about doctrine and theology. I love that stuff. And I have a channel that's dedicated to those kind of things. It's dedicated to evangelism. It's dedicated to apologetics. It's dedicated to the problem with the modern Western Christian culture and all the things that they're getting wrong today. But that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about the historical relevance of Christians inspiring people to resist tyranny. And I'm going to say this, and I want you to understand this and understand it well. The Black Robe Regiment was not an organization. It was not a unit in the colonial army. The Black Robe Regiment was a concept. It was an idea. Okay? That's what it was. And the Black Robe Regiment was made up of both pastors and lay people who were inspired by their pastors to go out and fight against the tyranny of King George as he tried to run roughshod over the colonists and treat them like vassals and slaves. It wasn't just pastors. So if you're a pastor and you're upset because I say I'm a part of the Black Robe Regiment and you don't like it, then you've gotten too full of yourself. And so maybe that means you're not going to watch me anymore. Maybe that means you're going to unsubscribe. Maybe that means you're going to tell people to not pay attention to him because he's an upstart and he's not a pastor, so he can't be part of the Black Robe Regiment. You understand the vast majority of people who were Christians and inspired by their pastors during the Revolutionary War to go out and fight and die to resist the tyranny of Great Britain weren't pastors. They were lay people who loved God, served their Lord, and they wanted to make a difference, and they followed their pastors into the fight. So if the only thing that you can get hung up on is the fact that T.C. Pearson's not an actual pastor, and that's your argument for not paying attention to me or not wanting me to be around or not inviting me to come speak, the hang-up is yours, not mine. Because I'm willing to partner with you if you're willing to stand with me and go toe-to-toe against tyranny. I'm willing to do that. And afterwards, gladly buy you a drink or buy you a coffee or buy you a sandwich and sit down and talk about our doctrinal and theological differences. So from this point forward, I'm going to be doing a small series or short series of videos about the Black Robe Regiment and conceptually why it's important. Because once again, it was an idea. It was a concept. Unlike Joe Biden, who says Antifa isn't an organization, it's just an idea. The Black Robe Regiment was an idea, but it was an idea that was inspired by the God of Scripture and His words. Antifa is an organization, are groups of small terrorist cells gathered together to cause trouble and mayhem, by the way. But the Black Robe Regiment's not that. The Black Robe Regiment is people. It's Christians inspired by the Bible going out and trying to have an impact on their world by bringing Christian logic and reasoning to bear on the problems that we're facing today. So if you want to disqualify me, that's not on me, that's on you. You don't want to listen to me because I'm not the approved pastor, that's on you, not on me. So I just challenge you to listen. And if you're ready, maybe invite me to speak, because I guarantee you I have something to share with somebody that might inspire them to follow you into the fight. So until next time, thank you for watching, and Sic Semper Tyrannis.